Thank you, Lord. Hello. Hi there. Welcome to my live. Can you like the video on your way in, please? Thank you. Hey, Walter. How are you? How you doing? Hey, Justine. Sorry. Justin Steven. Like, how do you pronounce that? Did I say it right? Justin? There's just two of you in here. Oh, was that you? Walter? Oh. Awesome. So are you picking one of those decent wallets? Or what? I can't remember what you asked me. Different people ask me different things. I think I shared my link with you. Decent. Decent is a great wallet. I have three wallets, or my wife and I, we have three wallets. One is a Decent, two are Ledgers. Ledgers I find they're expensive, but like they're the leading name, the brand, right? But Decent is great. My two older children ordered Decent and received them just today. We have been keeping their assets on our own wallets, but they just received their own today. Thank you. You don't have a wallet, yeah? Walter, why don't you book a session with me? Do some coaching with me. I have a lot I can show you. You don't have to pay me all that money. Like, I don't know how old you are, but I'm very passionate with people. Look, see, I'll be 60 in 3 years, so that tells you I'm 57. So, I'm very passionate about encouraging people that are going towards retirement. Because the way the world is right now, yes, Trump is in office. Trump is going to be there 4 years. And even if he's there, if the J.D. Vance gets it for 8 years, right? The way they have spent money in COVID, I'm telling you, Walter, I don't know how we're gonna. Yeah, you're just 1 year older than me. I don't know how we're gonna. We could be buddies. We could be classmates, right? Like I don't know how we're gonna. Like people are gonna. An apple will be like one apple will be like $30 in the future. I pray it doesn't get there, right? But I'm just saying, think about it. Think about it. My dad told me in 1988, he said, my dad told me when I was a teenager, he said, a time is coming. You guys will pay 200 times. He didn't say it that way, but he used the money. You know, I wasn't in Canada at the time. I wasn't in North America. He said, you guys will be buying cars 200 times what we're paying right now. So what if you send me an email, I'll book a time with you next week, early next week. We have no time. This year is the last year. I've just finished an ebook. I'm putting finishing touches to it. It'll be ready next week. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Did you say national debt? Yeah. Exactly. Where have you been, Kevin? Did you run away? I've missed you. So Walter Henry, I'll be looking for your email, sir. Just and then actually I'll give you my calendar link, and then you can pick a day that works for you and time, and then we can do this. I'll just send you my coffee page, and then you make a suggestion to you what's the session is $199 per hour for 1 hour, but I usually do 90 minutes. But we can work out something. It's not about the money for me, but it's only proper for people to, some people just take advantage, and I don't think it's good. So there's a lot of stuff that people don't know, and I don't want anybody losing their money. Today I want to talk about 3 things you will do. I'll just wait for some more people to get on, and then I'll talk about 3 things I think everybody should do in preparation. Hey Peter, how you doing, my friend? What did Brandon Biggs say? Peter, which one? Is it the one he's been saying, or? So for me, really, like personally, I also have the prophetic gift, right? I'm not just the gift of a prophet, but the office of a prophet. I have experienced it. There are 5 office gifts to the body of Christ. They are apostle, prophet, pastor, evangelist, teacher. Apostle, prophet, pastor, evangelist, teacher. So these 5 gifts are gift to the body, okay? Exactly, Kevin. So Peter, I do believe in these things because I have experienced it myself, right? That's how I got into it. But you have to be someone who also research. When you hear somebody say, oh, I had a dream, and this is what I saw, you got to research on your own. You got to investigate. Investigation would lead to confirmation, right? Even if in your spirit you know it's true, because prophetic words will be challenged. I don't know fire blocks. I honestly don't know. Sorry, Justin. So here are my go-tos. Personally, what I use is Ledger and Decent. To me, they're the best that so far. To me. But there's a secure wallet, SCUKUR, something like that. There's EliPal. I'm always wary if a wallet is from China or from someplace, I'm just not comfortable. I don't buy your wallet off Amazon. Some people go to Best Buy and buy. That's okay, because if you go to Ledger, you see that they actually have Best Buy as one of their outlets. Because some people want to be able to walk into a store and buy, just in case there's something wrong, they can go back, right? Yes, Peter. So that's my big take on it is we have to investigate, do research. I've done a lot of research, even despite the fact that I hear God lead me and show me things. I still research. Last year, 2 years ago, I was praying because I'm outside my city right now. Well, my city is a suburb of another city. So it used to be a suburb, and then it became a city because there's like 5,000 plus people. So now I'm in a place called Oak Bank, which is a town, because it doesn't have up to 6,000 people. In Canada, that's how it is. So there's this place where we were giving a church a property, okay? So it's an acre of land and a small building on it that can hold about 130 people. So, but I knew that property would be given to us. Yes, it's flying. My dog. I'm going to actually look at it right now. I looked at it this morning. Hey, Leon, thank you so much. You are a dog enthusiast like myself. Oh, actually, the question I'm answering is about prophecy. Peter, I saw Dag in a dream, right? I saw Dag in a dream, and to be honest with you, that's how I got into it. I didn't know nothing about it, and I'm hoping to get to 12 cents. That's one of my target prices is 12 cents to pull some profit, but I know it's going to get to $2.50. It's going to get to $3.86. That's what I saw. Now, Technical analysis may say it will get to $10. I don't know. Or $1.75. I don't know. All I know is I had a revelation. In fact, today it got as high as 8.7, 8 cents and 7. So there you go. All the way from zero point 0.07. So it's flying, and it's just going to get. It's going to get better and better. Yeah, digital ID is coming. Go ahead. What does it cost to get a node, Leon? I'll be happy to. DAG is a powerful project. You have to have like 250,000, right? Is that the idea to be able to stake? 250K DAG, okay. Man, that's a lot. I could have done it earlier, but I didn't know. I didn't have that information, at the time I was starting out. I just did it based on, that's what I was saying, Peter. If I had researched some more about DAG in that regard, I probably would have. Yeah. You're happy, yeah. Okay, I will. What do you think the reward will be for staking DAG? Thoughts on QFT reward on DAG if we stake with Panasonic is 9%. Send me info on that. You have my email. Yes, Johnny, I believe it. I actually don't really like saying it's, the XRP 2.0. I just feel, sorry, Bitcoin. I'd rather just say XRP will be its own person. Can you give me 15 likes, guys? There's 5, so we have a deficit of 10. Can you give me 10 likes? Get the algorithm going. Okay, thank you. Send me whatever help you need. I appreciate it. I wish they could do something for something like 100 or 1,000 DAG or 150,000 DAG. That would be like, yeah, come on, let's do it. I mean, I remember when DAG was 2 cents. I could easily have gotten 250,000 DAG, but man. Johnny, I agree with you. I think they're going to probably do some Bitcoin, right? And some XRP. I don't believe that he would say no to Bitcoin because you are so correct. Like, who made Bitcoin, right? Are they going to tell us now, oh, it's the National Security Agency? Are they going to say Satoshi is this person, is an American, whatever, or he's Japanese? Like, what are they going to say? It seems to me that XRP has been the plan all along. So beta testing coin is there, BTC, but it looks more, and every day it looks more like XRP. Like the day that it's going to catch people off guard. I did a video today. I'm not too happy with the lighting of the video, but I will just maybe edit it and say sorry about the poor lighting and just let it be, because I just had to do it. It's a video where I'm talking about, congrats, your whatever, but also that you front ran Wall Street. People front ran Wall Street. If you're holding DAG, if you're holding Electronium, if you're holding, if you are new and into crypto in the last 4 or 5 years and you are holding XRP, any of the ISO coins, you front ran Wall Street, period. So let me tell you the 3 things I wanted to share with people today. Number 1 is, if you are starting out, it's like if you've started out and you've been in this space for a while, I'm begging you. I'm trying to do it myself, but I think we should all, as a community, I'm going to start a join group where I'll ask people to pay a fee so that once a month you can have a one-on-one with me monthly, and so that we can work together as a community. And then there'll be a general one where everybody can come into a private meeting once a month. And if needed, we'll call a private meeting, give people some time so that we can discuss some things. I'll join, I will. What is the price today? EWT. Energy Web. It's still $1.20. It's good. It's from 1.3 came down to 1.2. Okay. Hey Dave, how are you, Dave? I'm still waiting to hear from you. I didn't want to bug you, but time is going. Time is going. If your mom, see, I spent some time coaching people in the last couple of days, and what I'm hearing is, oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. So people older than 50, 60 years old, but young people too. I want to coach you, but here's the thing. People are so appreciative because they didn't know anything about this, right? So they didn't know. How are you, Dave? God bless you. So in my own, I was trying to say 3 things you got to do. This is the title of today's talk, is 3 things you have to do. Okay. So what are the 3 things? Number 1, you have to start planning how to manage your wealth right now. So what you do first, you've got to find a lawyer and an accountant. If you have 5,000 XRP, you have to start looking for that. Maybe even everybody, if you have 1,000. But I know 5,000 is like that benchmark. But whatever you have, you need to have a lawyer and an accountant who understands crypto, who may be holding crypto themselves. Okay, that's the first thing. In your state, in your region, in your province. Guten Morgen, how are you? You have to find an accountant and a lawyer who understand crypto taxes and crypto law, because there's going to be new regulations. So you need somebody who's already positioning themselves. You see, the way you and I are positioning ourselves for gains in crypto, that is how there are lawyers who are already positioning themselves. So in the States and the US, you need to get, and if you're in Europe, if you're in Africa, you need all of these things, because the governments of the world, they all know what is coming. If they are part of WEF, they know what is coming. And everybody goes to WEF, everybody goes to G7, they know what is coming. right? If you're in World Health Organization, they know what's coming. If you're an ambassador and you've been to Ukraine and they've helped with moving money around in refugee areas, they know what is coming. No joke. So they're going to attack, and there are people who will lose a lot of money because they're not prepared. This is why if you are trading daily, be careful. Be careful, because daily trades in North America and Europe are not considered. And you remember, Africa, most of the countries there follow Britain or America or Belgium or any of the countries that colonize them. They have the same structure of law. Even if they say, oh, we are no longer colonized, they're using the same structure. Some areas you may be able to escape, but because they have not yet put on their KYC very well. But remember, most of the places where they don't have KYC, the exchanges have pulled out, and you have very few remaining because the governments there are also corrupt. They want to find a way they can escape with money. So you've got to find an accountant. If you live in North America and the Western world, you got to make sure you have those. And even in places like the Bahamas, places like, where a lot of Westerners go to, where they try to hide their money, the wealthy, you've got to have those things in place. The reason is this, and that's number two. Number one, find them, accountants and lawyers. Number two, you should start thinking of moving your assets, XRP, XLM, SDC, ETN, whatever they call them, Shiba Inu, everything, moving them. So let's say all the assets you have, yes, Westminster is British system, just like Nigeria, not the parliament, but I mean the Nigeria follows presidential for government, but many of the laws are Westminster based laws. Britain, because they colonized us till 1960. So listen to me. Don't we only need that if we put our money in a bank account? So you will see a lot of people go to jail. The government will hunt you down. You see Silk Road? You see that guy with Silk Road? He stole the money in the underworld. Just get ready. That's all I'm saying. I'm just telling you, prepare. Whether you put your money in the bank or not, prepare. Put money away for taxes, because they will come after you. They'll find you. They'll find you. They'll find you. I'm just assuring you, they'll find you. And if you're a Christian, Romans chapter 13 tells you, Jesus said, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. And in Romans 13, he says you should obey the law of the land. So they will make laws. Listen, if you have $100 million and the government wants 20 million, what's your problem? Give them what belongs to them. Own nothing, control everything. Dave Hunter, you are my man. Yeah. No. I just use an arbitrary figure, because 50% of your capital gain is taxable. But those who are trading, every time you are running to catch XCN, you are running to catch this, you are running to catch that, there's no problem. You can do that, but just be prepared, because you are taxed. In the West, you are taxed for trading that is less than 1 year. You are buying and selling. You are taxed at your marginal tax rate for your income. So if you are somebody making over 50, 60,000, you have a hefty tax. Yes, you still have to cash out someday. So, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying you can go for the next 30 years and not pay much taxes. But why don't you know the people who can help you when you need the help? So my first house, I never sold. My wife and I didn't sell our first house in this city. In the city, I'm outside the city now. It was a side by side. We kept it. We've had it now for almost 20 years. This year will be the 19th year that we've had that home. Okay, we've had problems with tenants. We've had bad tenants and good tenants. But all in all, when you put everything together, we've learned a lot and we've managed the house. Okay, that house helped us to get where we are living now and to get other rental property over the years. Right? Are you following my point? So I noticed that the HR block and the Liberty tax in our city, those guys, they do taxes for people that are working all year. They make 35,000, their wife makes 35, or their husband, they make like 70,000 a year. And then they just take their pay slip and everything, and they report their expenses, what they spent on their children and all that. They don't have extra income. Maybe they do Uber, which is recent. In those days, there was no Uber, right? But I'm telling you, that's what I was doing, right? Then I started owning rental property. I started doing business. My wife had her own company. We realized that we're no longer just ordinary salary earners. We have moved beyond just being, we're ordinary people, yeah? But we're making more money than most other people. So you know what we did? We got into trouble one time. We were owing the government so much money because of the accountant we were using. He didn't tell us some things and all that. He was a good guy. He was smiley. He had a good smile on his face, and he's black like me, and sometimes we just do things because people look like us. But he had a job in the government and he did it part-time. See, when you start making extra money in your life, when you are not just making money from you have multiple streams of income, you don't need a part-time accountant. You need a full-time certified CPA, right? Number one. Number two, you need somebody who is also into business. So the accountant we now got that we have had for many years is an Australian guy. This guy came to this country in 1986, 88. He has 28 houses. 28 houses. The guy is worth over $2 million. Listen, most of the houses have small mortgages on them because he's been buying for years. Some of the houses he paid $50,000 for them. They are now worth $250,000. Okay, so when he started dealing with the tax issues for us, and he deals with businesses, people who own businesses. Why? Because he understands what exactly he has to do. Second, let me see. My wife is trying to reach me. She's probably wondering where I am. Oh, okay. She just sent me a message to watch something. All right, it's 10 after 10, 10:14 here. So that is the first thing. I'll answer that, Dave Hunter. So, so the first thing is that you have to find accountants and lawyers in your city, in your region, who can talk to you. I'm putting together something so that we can have a community. I want to have a community of people that if you feel you need mentoring, you need somebody to support you and guide you, I can meet you once a month, okay? For a monthly fee that I know that I'm dedicated to you. And if you want to be part of a larger group, it will be lower, and then I don't have to dedicate 1 hour to you once a month or even 1 hour, 30 minutes. So it's just like a membership. I've been thinking about it, and I'll put it out there. If people are interested, they can take it on. Because people ask me a lot of questions. Oh, can I? And the question they're asking me, if I answer it once, it doesn't solve their problem. They need to sit down and have a proper, and there's other things too, your life, your family, your wife, your husband, your children. So there are certain things, like investments, which way to go and all that. Some of you've never seen a lot of money before. And you're going to see it, boom, it'll happen. And you say, oh my goodness. When I was making a video in my car earlier and I decided not to put it up, but I was talking about the car I'm driving. I drive a Toyota Corolla, 2009 Toyota Corolla. It's a beautiful red, old 2009. I bought it at 40,000 kilometers. I paid 12,000 cash for it. I don't have any payments on any cars. I don't have anything in my house that I'm paying for, like furniture. I don't buy furniture with payment. I don't buy fridge with payment. I don't buy anything with payment except the house. I used to. I had a beautiful SUV, brand new, paid almost 50-something thousand for it, and I had a Toyota Tundra and all of that. But one day I asked myself a question. You see, I'm paying all these people to put on a nice tie and all that. I said, no, I'm going to wait until somebody will pay my car for me. So I've had tenants for a long time. We have properties, my wife and I. So it's not that we can't go out and buy a nice car. One of the if you've owned a house for many years, after some time the house starts paying you. You look at the equity, you look at everything. You say, well, you know what? I can take a vacation anywhere I want to go in the world. But I enjoy the power I have that I'm driving the car. Nobody's going to take in my bank account to take anything. Let people be guessing what you are worth. Let people be guessing. Now, I'm not advocating that for everybody. You want to buy a Tesla, you want to buy a $100,000 vehicle, that's up to you. But I'm just saying, the first thing you have to do, as soon as, and I'm not going to keep that Toyota for, I'm going to buy a different car, but I want the assets to produce the car. Yes, Lounge Media, I agree. You've said every time you make a comment, you're always talking about keeping your stuff. You're always talking about see, here's the thing. In this world, you have to find somebody that you can trust, and you have to find people that you can. If you're always afraid that somebody will rob you, you will be robbed. Guaranteed. Even when you are hiding your stuff in the most secret place with all the magnetic protection, the fear is your first destruction. Okay? The Bible says in Job 3:25, it said, the thing which I feared had come upon me. That's what Job said. So, first of all, no fear, but faith. Then, because there are many wealthy people. Did they steal Donald Trump's money? Did you ever hear that somebody stole 150 million from him? Cohen stole $150,000 and he became a. Did you ever hear that Bloomberg, who is worth 50 billion, somebody stole from him? Those guys operate without fear. The only thing they fear, let me tell you what they fear: losing their money, losing their status, losing their position. You must operate from the context of faith, knowing fully well that God who gave it to you, it will preserve it. The Bible said that God maketh rich and he added no sorrow to it. Do you understand my point? I'm not saying we won't have fear sometimes. What I'm saying is that we have to deal with that, so that each time we think about it, that, my man, if you are always thinking that somebody's going to steal from you, somebody's still going to steal from you. And you know what? Because fear it's like bees to honey, right? It's a magnetic force. Emotion magnetizes certain things, right? So that's just the truth. The thing which I feared has come upon me. Okay, so the first thing, like I said, get that information. Who do you know? Because you can't do everything yourself. You can't do your accounting yourself, you know. No, I'm not offended. No, Lounge Media, I'm not offended. I don't give my, the only church member that I give anything to from like my business is my the insurance guy, my life insurance. And he was not my church member, he was in another church. After about 15 years of knowing him, he joined our church last year because the other church decided to start going woke, you know, like stuff like that. So that's up to them. If you want to go woke and slide on sand or snow, you can do that. So I'm not offended, please. Don't be offended. Maybe I'm passionate from how I talk. So I have had experience too. I've lost a lot of money, but I still don't operate from fear, okay? So that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, trust is a currency. Trust is currency. And this is what I believe. God has provided somebody for me and for you. You know, one of my rental properties got burnt, right? And I was so, hey Jay, how are you? I was so discouraged. I was like, God, what is going on here? I didn't know God meant it for good. You know what happened? There was a gentleman, a Filipino man. He came to me. He said, I'm going to help you. He said, I'm going to help you. And I had a lot of money from the insurance, but it was not enough to do the outside. So the guy took the money. And I felt in my spirit, the Holy Spirit said, you need to trust this guy. You need to know that there's a higher power than ourselves. Friends, if you've sown seeds, they come back and harvest. He repaired that house. That house is like a brand new house now. I can get more money for it. If I sold it now, I'll make $50,000 more than I could have made when before it was renovated. Actually, $70,000 more. So, but what I'm just saying is this, right? You have to just have that faith that God is going to take care of you. And if you're not a believer in God, start today. It's very easy. Whomsoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. It doesn't matter what you've done. If you call upon his name and say, God, I need your help, he will help you. Okay, so number one is find accountants and lawyers and let them take on your case. Number two is move your assets into a corporation, okay? It is the lawyers that help you and the accountants to do that type of thing. Yeah, I've had a lot of experience. I lost $10,000, my wife and I. First time we entered crypto, like that, rug pull was gone and never to be traced. Of course, those people will be judged. That's why you hear some of them, they say billionaire, Bitcoin, billionaire, he was in India, he died. Nobody knows who, nobody knows the passcode, nobody knows anything. The wife doesn't know what happened. He was with his, some of them are being judged, not all. Some are being judged. They're being judged because they do hook. People just want to be rich and have yacht parties. Okay, so number two, based on number one, you move your assets into a corporation. You sell it to your corporation, if you like, at fair market value, FMV, because the government expects that you do it at fair market value. Now, I am thinking, is there a way we can sell it for a future price and say, hey, we know this thing is going to accumulate to this. If it does, give it to us. Just like what Elon did. Elon said, if I get this company up to this level, this is what you pay me. Now, because I am the one controlling the corporation with my family, my kids have XRP2, they have XLM, they have, and I'm introducing them to ETN and all of that. So you can sell your assets to your corporation if you like, but you have to ask the accountants and the lawyers in your area how to do it, and they will show you. But make sure that there are people who are conversant with crypto. They themselves own crypto. Somebody who owns crypto will protect you more than somebody who doesn't own crypto. Don't go to somebody who will be jealous of you because he doesn't own crypto. Don't go to a divorce lawyer to help you with your business law. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so the third thing The third thing that I think everybody must begin to plan to do is this. You will make a decision that as soon as your assets explode in value, you are not going to change anything drastically. Give yourself 1 month. Give yourself 3 months. Give yourself 3 weeks. We are all different, right? But let me tell you, money has power. And a lot of people don't know that money is not wealth. Wealth is what produces money, produces different kinds of relationships, produces a different level of operation, produces a different level of transportation, produces a different level of thinking. Because, see, when you are wealthy, you will want to protect your wealth. So how you do things will become different. You will learn by experience in some cases, right? Just like Leon Lounge Media is saying. Some people will treat you bad. You know, I told you the other day, 7 things that will happen. Even family members will start hating you because they assume that you should be able to they help you spend your money. They say, look, I want to start this business. If you only give me $100,000, I will have enough. I can do this. So those 3 things are essential. The first one, lawyers and accountants, they will be your best friends. I should have added also maybe number 4, but I wanted to give 3 things. You know what? Find you a natural path, or cell blood analyst. You know, the people, live blood analysts, people who, they're not doctors, but they know how to use herbs and everything like that. Natural things. Take care of your health. Get a gym membership. Those types of things. This is good advice, in my own opinion. Well, I won't say advice, suggestion, because I'm not an expert to advise you, but I feel that, you know, I've seen some things in my life. I've been around the block a little bit, so yeah. So living in the US, they will make US, so it may not apply to you, but I will still seek advice. You still need a lawyer. You still need, because you see, here's the thing, in my opinion, okay, so no tax, because we're not being taxed. No. Do you realize that sometimes you may have a situation, just because you are wealthy, somebody will fall in front of your house and say, oh, you know, then that's when you start running around looking for a lawyer. They may take advantage of you. So you want to look for somebody where the wealthy are going. So I agree with you, Peter Morales. US-based cryptos are going to be tax-free. For us in Canada, it'll be different. But you still, in my opinion, need to have all of these kinds of things. If you're a soldier, just because you are never going to shoot your gun doesn't mean you don't take your gun out, right? You just have to have all of the different things ready for. So I agree with you, Peter. We may not need that, but it's relevant for some people. Singapore, they have to take. Remember, my audience is not only US, right? It's not only Canada. In Canada, I know I have to prepare, because as long as Trudeau is there, they are going to tax crypto big time. But if he leaves, they won't tax it. But I will still put it in a corporation, because Peter, when you die, when you get old, see, we're not thinking only of 2027. You should be thinking of 30 years from now. What are you going to do? So it's now you do those things, not when they are chasing you. This is the time you prepare. Because remember, when you die, when you pass, we're all going to pass. You don't want your family struggling. So get a family office. You know, like usually family offices in US, they're looking for anything from 20 million. So that's one of the ways you can do it. So number 3, like I said, I wouldn't want you to change anything drastically. But oh my goodness, my XRP is now worth $500,000. Oh God. Okay, sweetheart, I'm walking out of my job today. Some people say the day I hit 500,000, I'm going to. Now there's no plan, but they just slam the door on their employer and say F you, whatever, and they're walking out. Don't leave an employer that way, no matter what. The Bible says to do everything as unto the Lord. Okay, now you have $500,000, and because of that, you are doing this to your employer. That money can finish like that, just like that. And in the US, if you have a health condition, if you didn't take care of it, if you get, some kind of things, you know what? They will charge you according to how much you have. They just need to find out. Yes. So, part of what we are looking at, some of us are looking at some of me and my friends are looking at, is that the idea of creating financial institutions, Dave Hunter just said that right there. So people are going to come together and create financial institutions across the board where they can park their wealth, because I believe that if XRP goes as high as I'm thinking it will go based on the XRP price calculator, I don't believe that the government would allow people to hold it as individuals. You have to, the only way you can hold it is if you're a financial institution. So you see a lot of financial institutions conglomerating, coming together, people owning shares in financial institutions, being given an ownership stake. So some people can come together as a community. Let me tell you, some of the crypto people right now, are already forming communities where 50 of them will take their assets, go to a bank and bargain and use and create a financial institution that now invests in an existing financial institution so that their assets are protected. Mary G, are you already using them? Mary G, are you already using them? Let me know. Are you subscribed to my channel? Yes, I know. That's good for you, Leon. It's going high. It'll go high. Believe me. Believe me. You know, you can see all of the different. Thank you, guys. Get the likes up to 39. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm on my phone, so I don't know how to do all that stuff on the phone. I'm just not able to. For DAG, 285. Mary, send me an email. I want to share some things with you. Mary, go to my profile and you see my email there, and send me an email. Just ask me 3 questions. I'll give you 3 questions. Ask me for free about anything regarding, yes, Mary G, send me, let God's grace brought you here. This is not an accident. So send me an email, go to my profile, click, expand it there, and I don't know, how do I do a, Mary, let me know if you found my email. I just put up a poll. Yeah. Hey, Pastor Kryptonite, how are you? See, I was just telling them 3 things people have to do. And I said the first one, Kryptonite, if you're listening to me, is find themselves a lawyer and accountant, that is involved holds crypto and is already preparing to advise on the basis of crypto based on the laws that are going to be released under the whatever administration in whatever country. Now, Singapore is far advanced. The United Arab Emirates, they're advanced. Australia is ready. Many parts of Europe, because of MICA, are ready. US is behind. Canada is behind. So I said, find that. Number two, move your assets. If you have a lot of it, crypto, move it into a corporation. And lastly, don't do anything drastic. Like don't take the biggest luxury vacation ever in your life just because you now have your wealth has produced money. Take some time to think, breathe deeply, take a deep breath. Yes, so send me an email, Mary. I'll reply you tonight before I go to bed. Ask me 3 questions for free, and I'll answer them in the best way that I can. You can also drop your phone number, and I can send you a voice message on your phone number. Good. Can you post your the video link here, sir? And we can go on there. So guys, if you're in the States and you want to use this attorney to just ask questions, well, go watch the video, and from there you can go talk to them. But from state to state, it might be different. So it's in your Patreon? Okay, good. So I have a poll up there. If you can vote, help me vote. There's only 15 votes so far. I need more people to vote. Hey, how are you? If I can get more votes, I'd really appreciate it to help us determine where we're going with things. 67% said yes. That's like 10 people. What's 67% of... Somebody gave me $10. Thank you so much. You just paid for my coffee and my donut. I had a late night donut. That's bad. I shouldn't have a late night donut, but I did. Peter, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you, Peter. God bless you. God bless you. I appreciate it. Peter opened the floor. So if you want to give me oh, somebody else had given me something. Oh, okay. Yeah, appreciate it. Oh, Caleb and Brown. Yeah. So if you want to add to the poll, I will appreciate everybody voting, please. If you say no, I understand. I want more people. If you say more details, more people, yeah, that will help me to know what direction to take things. Okay. Promise? Yes, you are free to ask questions. Are you a subscriber? It doesn't matter. Everybody can ask questions. Send me an email and ask me 3 questions. Peter, I appreciate you. So if you want to do, if you want to give, you don't have to, but if you feel led to do a super chat, I appreciate it. So Justin, are you a subscriber? Have we talked? Yeah, we've talked. Justin, in my opinion, Caleb and Brown is leading the way as far as crypto brokerage is concerned, but they are leading the way, number one, because they came on scene early. Number two, Australia is the most regulated. They have the strictest banking regulations in the world. Okay? So I'm ending the poll right now. Thank you for voting. So they have the strictest banking rules in the world. I can tell you, I opened an account with Caleb and Brown for our church. It was 4 to 6 months because they were asking for so many different things. In the West. I don't live in China. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, the Western world, Western hemisphere, which is not necessarily West, as it were, but you know what I mean. So, and then, and it's strict in the sense that they just follow due process. They are very okay. So money must move from one account to the other. They're not like Switzerland where you can just send money from anywhere. It's really strict. Okay, they go by the book. And then number 3, so is a broker, is a financial institution, non-banking financial institution. So the number 3 is that they are easy to deal with. Now, so what I would do if I was using them, which I use them, and I have bought and sold, my wife and I have bought and sold with them, and they charge 3%. So it's more expensive than dealing with the banks. With the with the exchanges. Okay, very cheap to buy on the exchange. But here's the problem with the exchange: in the event of a bull run, if you have a lot of crypto, and suddenly your crypto, say you are holding 1 million ETN or 500,000 ETN, and your crypto goes to the price of one goes to 35 cents, right? It goes past its previous whatever, and it's like, how do you do that, right? If you have 350,000 and you're trying to move it off of the exchange, if the exchange suddenly says you can, because there are usually liquidity issues that may come up in a bull run, because some people have never made that kind of money before. They just want to sell everything and run, take your money and run type of thing. So, and there's a lot of people like that who are new in the field and everything. So having a broker would help. Now, with the regulation coming in the US, many people will move their assets from Caleb and Brown and move it to USA. In fact, Caleb and Brown may open an office in America. Just watch. Why? Because these are international. The world is a global village. These are international assets, and they would like to have an office so that they can retain some of their members. They may even partner with another firm in America, and you just say Caleb and Brown something LLC. Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, when you say Fireblocks, I thought you meant there's a new wallet called Fireblocks. That's why I said I don't know what that is. No, Caleb and Brown is excellent. They are institutional grade, whatever. They are the same with, there's this company that Ripple bought. I've forgotten their name. And that company, is it Medical? I've forgotten their name, but they are solid with institutional grade. The thing with America is that all of the companies that were custodying crypto in the US were all institutional. They were planning for institutional. Remember, all this thing had nothing to do with you and I. You are not supposed to know. You are not supposed to hold it. You are supposed to be chasing meme coins all over the place. Until some faithful diggers went into the thing. They dug out the information and they started YouTube channel. The media has never told you. What does the media talk about all the time? Ethereum and Bitcoin. Simple. Once in a while, they throw the bone of XRP, Ripple, and all that. Once in a while. See, so it makes sense to store your crypto with Caleb and Brown, and if you are in the States or Canada and somebody opens up, nothing stops you from going there. I've not done any video on ETN because I don't think it's necessary at this point, but my belief is that ETN is going to shoot up. Remember, nobody knew XCN was going to come up, right? Suddenly it went up, right? Nobody thought, what was the other crypto? Suddenly Trump releases a coin and boom, it's a meme coin, it goes up. And it'll be something that will be there for a while. And people made a lot of money. So a lot of people are not looking at it. And I think that one of the reasons why Electroneum, this is my personal opinion, It's an American crypto. Sorry, it's a British crypto. It's their property. There's two cryptos that are British, and they are not. The Lords have blessed it. That, remember, the elite of Britain are not going to just give in like that. So they have to have their own. They've distributed this thing. Every region, every power region. The Asian Tiger have Velo. They have XDC. All right, and among the top three banking coins for the ISO is XLM, XRP, XLM, XDC. They divided it. XLM and XDC. So XLM and XRP are in America, while XDC is in Singapore. It's not an accident. This is all nicely planned out. Let everybody have something, because XDC is going to be massive. They are dealing with with global trade and commerce. You see what I'm saying? So commodity and all those things, So they played it nicely that everybody has something. So it's going to be that Asia. Now Velo, they call Velo the XRP of Asia, so that everybody has something and everybody's happy. Electronium is, in my opinion, is quiet because it can't just be in the news. Like, do you hear about Velo a lot? No, you don't. Did you know there was anything like XCN? It was, Economic Ninja who began to talk about it, and people like, yeah, really, 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 and other people too. But 2 months ago, and people bought it at 0.001, and they made a lot of money. So XCN shocked a lot of people. Egyptian here made money with Yeah. So Electronium is ETN, and you can get it. Just go to CoinMarketCap, look at the markets. It's on HTX, it's on KuCoin, it's on CoinX. I like CoinX. It's a small exchange. You jump in there, buy what you want, and get out. So it's not on Binance, it's not on the Coinbase, it's not on the big ones, but Electronium can be stored on Coinbase wallet by an extension to Coinbase. You can store your Electronium there. So it's wise, I think, to leave it in different places. People have had problem with the wallet before, but with their own wallet. But the problem, I think, basically was that they were one of the first to do the anti-money laundering and the KYC in UK. They followed all the rules. Yes, Velo is good, XCN is good, and they are cheap. What I like about a Velo is if you buy into Velo, you've got, what is Velo's price right now? So if you got a So Velo, where are we with Velo? Who can check for us? So we've got 0.02 cents and 3. So it's like, come on, I don't know. It just makes sense. Yeah, always put that number behind 3 or 4. I just say 0.024 just to be on the safe side, because if you buy at market, those things can play games on you. So XDC is a Singapore thing, yeah. Yes, you can store on Rabbi wallet, yeah. That's good, yeah. XDC is awesome. At 3 cents, beautiful. And look at where it is right now, at 11. Like if you bought XDC at 3 cents, now it's at 11. You've basically you 4 times your money, right? Four times, 3.6 times your money. It's so beautiful. And XDC is going to go to like 50 cents, $1, $3. Can you imagine? Yes. Which one was cheap, Egyptian? No. There are only 8. There are 9 coins that are ISO: XRP, XLM, XDC, Algorand, Miota, IOTA, Zinfin. Oh, I already mentioned Zinfin, XDC, HBAR, Hedera, and what's the last one? Cardano. I'll just give you the number 9 one is Verge, but I don't like them because they partner with Pornhub. Casper is rumored. DAG is rumored, but it's coming. They're going to be ISO. If you look at the process for becoming ISO, you are not supposed to say it until it's done. So it's just rumored. You can't say they are when they are not. That's Verge, yeah. They did it in 2018 or so. And I think since then they've been struggling. Oh yes, QNT. I forgot QNT. So QNT. Yes, XRP, XDC, XLM, QNT, Algo, HBAR, Miota. Yeah. Shiba Inu is not ISO, but I think it will be. I don't know. Because HSBC, so HSBC is accepting it. Ferrari is accepting it. Traveler.com is accepting it. Many other places are accepting Shiba Inu as legal tender to pay for things. So my theory is that they're going to halve the supply. They will do exactly what Vitalik Buterin did when he donated Shiba Inu to the Indian government during COVID. They basically just burnt like bajillions of it. So they're going to halve the supply from 520. They're going to cap the supply because they can still do that since, you know, the way it's written is an open, there's no limit to the supply. But they're gonna halve it, they're gonna cap it, and then so instead of 520 trillion, you see like 250 trillion, and then they will do more. They will do something to control how much of it is available, right? So again, remember, the reason for crypto assets, cryptocurrency, is to provide liquidity for the world because the world is running out of liquidity. Leon Fengenspan, I believe that QNT is going to go to 25,000 a pop. I don't know how fast, but it's going to happen. And see, when this Bitcoin, those people who made money from Bitcoin and the cycles, right? They're still thinking like that. But this year will separate Bitcoin's cycle from all of the other. You guys have 10 minutes to close, right? Okay. Okay. Thank you. You know, a Bitcoin, it will completely separate from the ISO coins because the ISO coins are now going to begin to operate the way they were designed from November 2025. This is just what I believe, because if you look at the SWIFT documents and you look at the GBPR, that is global GPBR, something like Global Payments Reporting Plus. If you look at the timeline, if you look at FedWire, you look at ISO, you look at SWIFT, right? The MT changes to MX on SWIFT in November. They didn't give a day, but throughout November, the change is happening. Banks in Africa, in Nigeria particularly, some banks had problems printing statements for weeks. It also happened in Canada. Scotiabank had problem printing statements. This is because all of them are leveraging up for next year. Why? All of them also receive cross-border payments from FedWire, and they have to be ready they have to be ready before the end of the year last year in preparation. If you look at the calendar, I've looked at it, I've seen everything on those, not everything, but what helped me to get to this conclusion. So by March 10th, when FedWire goes live, remember FedWire, when they send money to Ukraine, right, through correspondent banks in America, when they send the money, in the past, they're not going to be doing it digitally, right? So they have to use a bank abroad. So they sent to CIBC when they were testing. It worked well, right? They were testing in the testnet environment. Now they're going to be sending it to banks. So that's why all of the banks are upgrading. And they're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I don't know what's going on. They just say we can't print statements. It's because when they are moving from one system to the other, and people are being trained on this system. The Canadian government sent out a circular. The Canadian, it's not the government, the representative of the government that does payments. It's called Canada Payments. Friends, let me tell you something. Payments, I discovered payments is the biggest industry in the world. It is bigger than oil. It is bigger than gold. It is bigger. Payments is the biggest, and it is actually, it rhymes with the supernatural truth of God paying for our sins, because there's nothing that could have paid for our sins in this world without the blood of Jesus Christ. So it is the biggest you can ever imagine. You see what I'm saying? So I have to leave here in the next 5 minutes, but here's the point, friends. Understand one thing. Why is payments the biggest? The biggest industry in the world is payments. But they never told anybody. A few families ran the payments business because that is where all the money is. What is the payment business? I explained in one of my videos. If I give you $20 to buy coffee and cake, and you take the $20 and you give your son, and your son takes the $20 and gives his friend, and in about 6 places, the $20 has now become yes. Oh, okay. The $20 has become $120 in that economic system between you and your son, right? So that's how it works. And so what happens? You have basically lost money. I'm sorry, increased the power of that. That's how it is. That's how Swift does 1 quadrillion a year. They do 1 quadrillion a year because they send the money from one person to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. 1 billion, 10 billion, and in 1 year, God bless you all. Okay, how do you end this thing? Thank you so much. Pray for me, I'll pray for you. Yes, I hope you do well. I hope you do well.